There was only one narrow exit and it was blocked. And what happened next? No Indian should ever forget. Yesterday, April 13th, the nation remembered something most people scroll past, but shouldn't. It marked 107 years of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And honestly, this is not just history, this is emotion. Let me take you back. 1919, Baisakhi Day. People weren't carrying weapons, they were carrying hope. Families, farmers, ordinary people gathered in Jallianwala Bagh, but the tension had already started. The British had passed the Rowlatt Act, which meant they could arrest anyone without trial. Gandhi called it a black law, and people across India protested. In Punjab, leaders like Saifuddin Kichlu and Satyapal were arrested. People came out in anger, and then entered General Dyer. That evening, thousands were inside that ground. Some didn't even know about politics. They just came for Baisakhi. Suddenly, soldiers surrounded the place. No warning, no announcement. Dyer blocked the only exit and ordered, "Fire." Bullets rained. People ran, but there was nowhere to go. Some jumped into wells just to escape death. Within minutes, hundreds, maybe over 1,000, were gone. And the shocking part? No real punishment. The British set up the Hunter Commission, criticized Dyer, but let him walk free. India was shaken. Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood. Gandhi gave back his medal. Leaders resigned. And something changed. This wasn't just a tragedy. It became a spark. It pushed India towards the non-cooperation movement, inspired revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh. And years later, Udham Singh carried that pain to London and took revenge. So when we say April 13th, it's not just a date. It's a reminder of what happened when power went unchecked, of the price people paid for freedom. And maybe it's a reminder that we should never become so busy that we forget sacrifices like these.